Ever wonder why pro tracks sound huge and wide, but yours feels kind of flat? With 4 easy tricks, you can instantly make your tracks start to sound bigger and way more professional. I picked them up from 10 years of producing and releasing hundreds of tracks, some with millions of plays. Let's start with the first one that nobody really talks about, but makes a huge difference. So, what if you could make a sound cut through your mix, but without turning up the volume fader? Well, that's what distortion does. Just a touch of distortion adds harmonics that make a sound pop and carve out its own space. It makes a sound feel bigger in a way too. So let's take an example. Let me show you these guitars here. They kind of sound aggressive, right? But in the full mix, in the context of things, they sit perfectly. Now listen to what happens when I turn the distortion off. Suddenly, they disappear. So if I want to fatten something up or make something pop more in a mix, I'm going to use distortion, and I use it on almost anything: synths, guitars, bass, drums, vocals. By the way, you can get these plugins that I use and the free Logic Pro template. It's just at the link in the description. Let's get to number 2, which makes your tracks instantly feel more 3D. Reverb and delay, when used right, can turn any dry, boring sound into something lush, wide, and cinematic. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just about adding space, it's about automating space. Let's take an example on this guitar track. Listen to the spatial automation that is happening on this track that gives the guitar a different character across the song. In some parts, the guitar sounds up close, right, and intimate, and then in others, it starts to feel more distant and massive. This shift in spatial feel adds emotion and movement, and it just makes it interesting. And it's one of the biggest pro tricks most beginners often miss. Okay, number 3, which is how pros make vocals sound huge without any magic plugins. Take this lonely vocal part in this chorus. So alone. No, we just don't compare, man. To fatten it up, record the same part 2 more times, pan 1 left, pan 1 right. That's your double. Felt so alone. Now add harmony. If harmony feels tricky, just sing an octave up or down, pan those too. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. You can stack more layers depending on the genre, but just serve the song first. Some genres don't need a full stack of harmonies. Okay, number 4 brings back that wide, shimmery sound from the 90s. And bonus, there's a free plugin for it too. It's called Tal Chorus. I love this one. It's free, and it's based on the classic Roland chorus. So chorus can take, a mono sound, something maybe sitting dead center, and it will help spread it more across the stereo field. So here's a clean guitar without any chorus. And now, here it is with the Tal chorus added. Instantly wider, thicker, and just more vibey. Not all songs call for it, but some it just makes it work. I use it on guitars, pads, vocals, completely free. I'll also put a link in the description. The next trick is piggybacking off the third trick, and it's my absolute favorite way to get huge width and fatness in a song. So unlike doubling, where you record the same part again, layering is about blending different sounds that play similar parts. So think of it like painting a picture. Each stroke adds a different texture, but together they feel like one solid piece of art, right? So let's take this guitar lead. On its own, it's fine. But now I'll add a few more supporting layers, a couple synths, and a higher register guitar. You can even sneak in a harmony part here or there, which adds a bit of ear candy. And when you start to combine this with earlier tricks like distortion and spatial automation, you can take that thin, lonely guitar part and turn it into something like this. Using these tricks are going to have enormous impact on your sound, but it could also make them a disaster if you're not careful with them, which is why you should watch this video here. And I'm going to teach you 18 brutally honest music production truths so that you can learn what traps to avoid when you're producing music and how to level up your sound so you can start getting some results this weekend. See you there.